Hey folks, Dave back here in Studio B playing some Payoff Pitch again. And what I do want to say is that I'm not giving up on this game. I really am going to try to make this work. And what I figured out the other day, as my voice starts to crack here, is that Payoff Pitch updated the rules and the charts, and I was kind of using a combination of the two. And I think that was really kind of messing me up, I think. So what I'm going to try to do is I got to kind of figure out what I want to do. Do I want to use the fast action cards? Do I want to use the old charts, the new charts? So I think I'm going to try to use mostly new charts and try to make this work, because I was finding that I was going back between all the charts and I was getting confused of like what I should do and how I should do it. So let's try that. Let's see if we can make this work by just using the newer stuff. And I'm really only going to use fast action for a couple of things. I like the defensive checks on the fast action card. So if I pull a fast action card over here, let me go to the top, get my overhead view here. Here we are. So I do like the defense check here. I do like that. It tells you what it is. I do like the sacrifice bunt, and I do like the stealing. So I'm going to use those three for sure. For the singles and the doubles, I think what I'm going to do is use the alternate basic running rules is what's in the book here. Sports Time Machine stops by. Hello there, Mike. I'm still giving this game a try here. I'm not giving up yet. And so what happens is, I guess on a hit, if it's from the wheelhouse, all the runners get an extra base. If it's from the patient section or the in-play section, then I will go here. And I guess if it's tough or anything else, it's just a straight single one base, double two bases. So instead of flipping this all the time, I'm going to try to concentrate on patient and in-play to try to figure out where everyone's going. And then again, use the bunts and the stealing from here. Maybe if the hits and the errors and the outs, I'll use this off the ballpark chart. So I think that's kind of what I'm going to do for the fast action cards. So I need to get into a flow is what I need to do. And it's just a matter of, do I want to use mostly charts, mostly fast action cards? What do I want to do? So we're going to try to figure this out and play a little bit more tonight. All right, so I got the scoreboard correct this time. So I have Boston and Oakland. Last night, or the other night when I played, I was really tired and had the scoreboard all messed up. So we're going to do this now. So we're going to have Boston and Oakland, August 21st, 1980, and I'm going to try to play here using all the new charts here. So we have the basic base running rules, what happens on ground outs and fly outs and things like that, the corners in. I'm going to use these fatigue pitcher stuff here as well. I'm not going to use the stealing. I am going to use the stealing from the fast action card. So again, it's kind of mix and match time here. And the same with the defense. I'm going to use the fast action card for all this stuff here. Let me see. There are kind of two kinds of fly balls: the deep fly ball and then the short fly ball. So I need to keep an eye on that as well. So again, the fly out situation here, if it was hit from wheelhouse or patient, it's a deep fly ball. Otherwise, it wasn't. And then it really goes down to how fast the runners are in the whole bit. So there's a lot to this game. And I don't know if I'll be able to memorize it all. There's so much going on. So I have to keep all my charts handy. But let's see if we can get through this game tonight and do a little bit better than we did last night. Now that I've kind of sorted some things out. It's still a lot to remember, but hopefully we'll get going. And the double play is actually a lot clearer too, except when there's runners on base. And then when there's runners on base, then I got to pull out this page here and really kind of go through things. But it is all spelled out. It's not that it's not. It's just a lot of things to go over. That being said, let's go here. We have Rick Langford on the mound. He's a righty, and he's taking on the Red Sox, and Rick Burleson comes up to the plate first. So Burleson as our opening batter, and we have an 8, which is patient, and a patient 21 against the righty, and Burleson draws the walk. So the opening man is on as Burleson goes down to first base. Now the bunting is a D by Dave Stapleton, so we're not going to bunt. Burleson steal, not really a D stealer, so we're not going to steal. So we're just going to hit away here. So we have Dave Stapleton up now for the Red Sox. So one on, and absolutely nobody out right now. Here we go. As DJ stops by, as I'm back at Payoff Pitch, I'm not giving up. I want to see if I can do this. And so we have a ballpark check, 53. So against a right-handed batter, it's going to be in play, right? Ballpark, right-handed batter, in play. So let's go to in play and see what we got. 63 is not going to be good. So a 63 is a fly ball into right field. So coming off the ballpark, if I'm looking at my flyout situation, just my own thing here, a fly ball in the right field. I don't think there's any advancement for Burleson. Yeah, if it's not from the wheelhouse of patience. All other pitcher results, the runner on third base scores if his run is 7 or higher, but we don't have that. This and that, all the other runners hold if the result was tough. So I'm going to take it as it's just a fly ball in the right field and there's one away. All righty. So I'm not going to get too crazy with that. Even if it was a deep fly ball, I don't think anybody advances. So especially coming off the ballpark check, that would not be the case. If it was wheelhouse of patient, the runner on second base goes to third, but the runner on first doesn't go anywhere. So, okay, we're getting a little bit better at it. DJ says, I've mastered Apple Hockey. You'll be able to get a handle on this. It's worth the effort, especially if you've ever get a chance for a FTF match. I'm not sure what FTF match is. But, yeah, I'll eventually make this my own. You know, one way or another, I'll make it my own. All right, so we got 1 on, 1 out. And a 6 comes, that's going to be in play. Freddie Lynn, in play, 61. And that's a fly ball into left field. And so, again, with the man on first, I don't have to check anything. So 2 away. So a leadoff walk by Burleson. Might go for non as Tony Perez comes up. He's the DH. No, I'm sorry, he's first base. 7, in play 11. Ooh, in play 11. Now that's going to be a single. So now, if I look at my running, and I'm going to try to do this nice and slow tonight. If I look at my running, and that's an in play single, with 2 outs, everything advances an extra base. All right, so that's how I'm going to do that. So I don't even need to check on that because with 2 outs, it's an automatic extra base. So that's going to be a single for Tony Perez, and Burleson will go to third base. All right, so that's how I'm going to work that. Oh, face-to-face. Okay, I don't know anybody that plays these games. That's my problem, DJ. You know? I tried to show friends one time, and they're like, yeah, okay, that's great. See you later, bye. How's my lighting over here? Is that a little bit better, you think? The dice aren't so good, but we'll do our best. So, yeah, that's kind of how I'm going to do that. So, yep, all right. So I just need to establish a routine here with this payoff pitch, and I'll get it, because I was all over the place. I was going fast action. I was going charts. I was going old charts, new charts. So, all right, good. I like that. So we'll just keep that nice and simple. So now we got a 5, and that's going to be in play 25 for Rice. And, okay, so in play 25 for Rice, and that's another single, and that's another 2-base single. So Burleson scores. Perez will go down to third, and Rice goes to first base. So we have 2 hits already and a run. So let's get that in there. And just like that. Yep, just like that. The Red Sox lead this one. Oh, shoot. I got a formula set up. Is that going to work now? Yes, okay, good. All right, I almost screwed that up. I love the undo button. That's like the undo button's been the best thing they ever did, you know. All right, so Burleson leads off with a walk. Stapleton and Lynn fly out. Perez singles, and then Rice singles. So we have 2 hits in this game, and the Red Sox take a 1-0 lead. All right, so far things are better. Okay, so far things are better, at least with the base running stuff. Okay. Trying to get my lighting out of that shadow there. that too much? That might be a little bit better, actually. Maybe sometimes, let me get a little bit of light over here. Okay. All righty. Studio B, yes, Robert's stopping by. So we got Yastrzemski up now. And we got a 6. That's in play, 57. But that's going to be a fly ball in the left field, and that'll do it. But the Sox pick up 1. They pick up a couple of hits, and they will take a 1-0 lead to the bottom of the second inning. All right, that wasn't too bad. I got to say that was actually kind of fun. All right, John Tudor is on the mound. And I think he played hockey up at the rink that I play at not that long ago. So Tudor is a lefty. He's facing Ricky Henderson. And we have a 4, which is in play, and a 5. And that's going to be a double. An in-play 5, and Henderson leads off with a double for the A's. So they have the tying run on second base, and it's Dwayne Murphy coming up. You'll have to get me to Milwaukee. I don't get to a Brewers game, right? All right, Dwayne Murphy coming up. So with a man on second. So let's see what happens here. So we have a 6. So that's going to be tough. A tough 78. So a tough 78 is a fly ball into center field. Now, coming off tough, right? Fly ball in the center field. So that's about, so nothing happens. F8 result, the run on second advances to third if it's wheelhouse or patient. A runner on second base with a run rating of 7 or higher, and he's a 9, so hang on a sec here. So we said that was a fly ball to center field. Now looking at the chart here, all other pitcher results, the runner on third base scores blah, 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 blah. A runner on second base with a run rating of 7 or higher advances to third on fly balls to center and right. If the pitch result was tough, reduce the runner's rating by 2 before attempting to advance. Well, he's a 9, so if he's 7 or higher, so that 9 will turn into a 7, he still advances. So if I'm correct, Henderson will tag up on that long fly ball. Even though it wasn't a long fly ball, he still gets there, right? So in a wheelhouse or patient, it's a deep fly ball. All other pitch results, blah, blah. A runner on second with a run rating of 7 or higher advances to third on F8s and F9s. But if it's tough, we subtract 2, but he still gets there. Okay, so I'm going to take it as a fly ball to deep center field, and the runner goes to third. So we have 1 away, and Henderson's on third base, and it's going to be Jim Essien, the catcher. They don't usually have catchers batting that high in the lineup, but all righty. So we have a 10. So this is in play. Now we're going to bring the infield in. Yeah, we're going to bring infield in with a man on third. All right, because I want to try that. So the infield is in. Okay, so the infield's in. So let's get that out of the way. So we have a 10. So that's in play 53. So the in play 53 is a G5. Okay, good. If a runner on third base in the infield in, go to the infield in chart. So it's a ground ball 5. So let me write this down. So it's a G5, so I don't forget. All right, we're going to try to play this out. Go to the infield in chart. The ball is hit to the pitcher, blah, 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 blah. All of the situations, the batter is out, runner on third scores, but the infield is in. So on the infield in chart, we got to roll 2d6. and a 7. Runner on third, out at home, batter safe. If the bases are loaded, it's a double play possibility. No, so the runner on third, out at home, batter safe. All right, so Essien hits it to third base with the infield in, and they throw him out at the plate. Now, I don't know if there's a way that I would not send the runner home on that or not. I'm not sure how that would work. But according to this, the infield in, the ground ball to third base. Go to the infield in chart. A runner on third is out at home. So, okay, so they throw him out at the plate, and it's going to be a fielder's choice for Essien. So Essien hits it down the third base. Glenn Hoffman makes the play, throws to Fisk, and they tag out Henderson. That's how I'm playing that. Okay, so I guess the only thing I could have done is maybe said don't run home on an infield hit. I don't know. I don't know how that would work. But according to the rules, I think that's what I got. So we got 2 away on the double. He goes to third. He's thrown out at the plate. So we got a man on first base with 2 outs, and it's Tony Armas. So that's how I'm going to play that. A 6 is a tough 90. And a tough 90 is a ground ball to short, and that'll end the inning. So they threaten. They get 1 hit, and that's it. But they don't get any runs. And so now we go to the second inning with the Red Sox up 1-0. So again, I'm trying to get this to smooth out a little bit. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to look for stuff here. So that's how I played that. Again, I don't know if there's anything you can do about the runner coming home. I guess you would just say, don't go home, you know. I think in some other games you can do that. So that's what we got. So Carlton Fisk comes up here in the second inning now. And it's 1-0 Sox. So Fisk facing Rick Langford. And so we have a 6, and that's in play with a 7. And that's going to be a double. Holy cow. So Fisk wraps this into the outfield, and Fisk is on. And that's another hit for the Sox and the Red Sox. Ooh, getting it done here at the plate. They're banging around Langford. I don't know how long Langford's going to go. All righty, so Dwight Evans coming up. Dewey Evans with a man on second base. This is in play 97, and that's going to be a fly ball into left field, and no one's going to be going on the fly ball to left field, even if it's in play. Okay? Glenn Hoffman, the 9th hitter. A 5. That's in play 79. Now, this is a fly ball into center field. Okay? So let's see what we got. So Hoffman flies this into center field. This is coming off the in play. All right, so let's take a look at the rules here. It's not wheelhouse, and it's not patient, and it's not tough, so it's off the in play. Runner on third base scores if his rating is 7 or higher. A runner on second base with a run rating of 7 advances to third on F8 and F9 results. So Fisk is a 6, so he does not advance. So Fisk stays at second base is what I gather out of that. So it is 2 away to Burleson, who walked back in the first inning. We got a 12, so this is going to be defense. So I will pull a fast action card. So defense is going to be the pitcher range. So Langford fielding is C, I believe. And, yeah, so defense, so 98 range of the pitcher C is an out. And so now we'll flip the card to see what kind of out it is to the pitcher. And that's a ground ball. Alrighty, so it's a ground ball back to the pitcher, and that ends the inning. So they get 1 hit. They don't get anything on the board, though, and they still lead this 1-0. All right. I think we're starting to make some progress here. We haven't hit anything crazy, but it's smoothing out a little bit. Again, I have to figure out how I want to play this, and I think that's what's going on here. So I just got to keep an eye on the run ratings and things like that. All right, so Tudor back on the mound, and he's facing Jeff Newman, the first baseman. And we have an 8, which is in play 32. And in play 32, he pops it up through the third baseman to Glenn Hoffman, and there's one away. Mike Heathbar, the DH. That's going to be a tough 22. He struck him out. Heath goes down with a K. First strikeout of the game for either pitcher. So Tudor looking pretty good right now. And Dave McKay. 8 is in play, 86, and that'll be a ground ball down to the shortstop, Burleson, and that retires the side. So 1, 2, 3 they go, and we go to the third. So a little smoother tonight, a little smoother as we try to make things happen here in Payoff Pitch. And it's going to be Stapleton here in the third. So 0-0, and Stapleton now in the third. We have an 8. That's going to be Patient 25. And a Patient 25, that's going to be a single for Stapleton. And so it's another hit for the Sox. Stapleton on. That's 4 hit for the Red Sox. And coming up now is Freddie Lynn. He's a terrible bunter. And stealing is C. I don't think I'm going to steal. The catcher, by the way, is arm of a 1. So a C1 would be a poor chance. So I don't think we're going to do that. Alrighty, so Fred Lynn comes up. He flied out. And so we're going to do a 6. That's in play 66. Okay, here we go. So it's a ground ball to short. Now, I need to check the double play ratings, right? Because there's a man on first. So he hits a G6. The pitcher, DP is a 6, and it's a 7. So we need to roll here. A 6 or less, and it's a double play, right? Equal to or less than a DP, it's a double play. Otherwise, it's a force at second. 11 and 12, it's a play to first only. So it's hit down the short, and an 11. So the only play is the first. So Stapleton gets the second. The only play is the first on the G6. I think that was. So ground ball to 6, and that's how that goes. All right. I think we're getting some progress here. So it's hit down the short. The only play is the first because of the 11. I think that's how we're going to do that. Okay. Barry says, love this game, but hate shuffling players to put into the teams. Well, it's it. I don't mind that. It's like I said, I'm having some fun with this tonight. DJ says, for the G5 of the infield in, see the ground out chart. Runner at third. Reduce the runner at third rating by 1, and you have a choice to send them home. Oh, I did not know that. See, I'm going by. See, I'm not going. Oh, let me see here. Advanced base running rules. Coach's choice. See, I'm trying to simplify this. I'm really trying to simplify this. And so the only thing I went with here was that the 7, runner on third out at home. That's what I went with. And I didn't see anything anywhere else about that. And I'm trying not to use the old charts to confuse me. So I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm trying to find a way to play this and not confuse myself even more. So with the infield in, that's how I played it. It said check the infield in chart if I'm correct. All right. Runner on third base and infield in, go to the infield in chart. That's what it was. So I went to the infield in chart, runner at third, out at home. That's what I went with. Payoff Pitch is an intriguing game. Highlight heyday. It's just there's a lot to it, and I'm trying to just muck my way through it and smooth it out. Alrighty, so now Tony Perez has got a single in the first. So we have 1 out and a man on second right now, and it's Perez. Perez, a 9. Ooh, that's going to be a tough 13. And that's a strikeout. So Perez goes down as Langford gets his first strikeout. So now there's 2 away with a man on second to Jim Rice. And Jim Rice singled in a run back in the first. And what do we got for Rice? A 7 is in play 88. And that's going to be a ground ball to short to end the inning. So, absolutely nothing for the Sox. I think they got a hit, but that's about it, but no runs. So, we'll go to the bottom of the third. And it's 1-0 Red Sox. Okay, if sent home, well, I didn't pick up on that. Well, no, here it is right here. So if I re-roll all 4 dice, if I rolled 11 to 12, I'd go to the play at home chart. But I got here runner on third, out at home. So that's what I went with. That's what I'm sticking by, just so I can simplify this for myself. All right, Guerrero now against Tudor. In play, 60. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And Evans will make the catch. Just 1 away. And, yeah, we had a digital dice come out today. And we talked about the future of gaming and what we could do with that and what Strat might be talking about tomorrow. So, yeah, it was an interesting discussion. We kind of just expanded on some things that we always talk about. All righty, so. Boy, that light is terrible over there with that. No matter what I do with this light, how about that? Maybe that'll work. All right, so we have a 7, patient 72. And a patient 72. Yeah, that's going to be a fly ball into center field. So Cox flies out. Just can't get this light to work for me for the life of me. Maybe I can turn it down a little bit. How about that? Yeah. No, we'll try that. No matter what I do, this light over here is being a pest. Being a real pest. Alrighty. So Cox flies out to center field to Freddie Lynn. And let's go on here now to Ricky Henderson, who doubled to lead things off for the A's back in the first. We have a 9, but this is going to be a tough 10, and that'll be a strikeout. So he struck him out. Down he goes. Absolutely nothing going on here for the A's. So let's go to the 4th. So Langford comes back out, and it's going to be Yastrzemski here. And Yastrzemski flied out to left field, his only appearance at the plate. That light's still kind of hanging over here. So we have 9, tough, 51. And, against the righty, would have been a hit against the lefty. But against the righty, that's a ground ball down to third base. 1 away. Carlton Fisk. 8. Patient 64. And that's going to be hit by the pitch. All right. Patient 64. Hit by the pitch. So he's hit by the pitch, and he goes on first base. So Fisk has been on base twice tonight. Dewey Evans with the man on first. And that's going to be a defensive check. So let's check out my defense. And defense says hit down the short base, going to check for an error. So it's hit down to Guerrero, who's a 3. And a 380 is going to be an out. What kind of out is it? if it's hit down the short, right? Hit down a Guerrero at short, and the out is ground ball plus advance. So I think somebody would advance. So it's going to be in. Oh, wait a sec. No, that's wrong. That's an out. I think I need to check for a double play, actually. So a 5. Yeah, that's going to be a double play. So it's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Now that I think about it, if it's hit to short, we need to check for the double play because it was a G hit down the shortstop. I think that's how it is. So that's how I'm going to play it. So the Sox go down. They get absolutely nothing. And the A's will come back up here in the bottom of the 4th. All righty. So we're moving along. Things are going a lot better than the last time, that's for sure. And let's see what we got now. So we have Dwayne Murphy, who flied out. Let me see. We have a 4 that's going to be in play 87, which is going to be a ground ball down to second base. So Murphy down to second base and is 1 away. All right, so DJ says, I had it right. He reread it, and the option to send the runner home was available except with infield in. Okay. Yeah, again, there's a lot of things to this game. There's a lot of little things, and there's a lot to it. And it's just sorting it out, and that's kind of what I'm doing here is I'm trying to sort it out. All righty, so let's bring this over here, get out of the light a little bit. Alrighty, so what do we got here? So we have a 7, a patient 93. So Essien, patient 93, is a fly ball into left field, and making that catch is Yastrzemski. Here we're in Oakland. Where's this? Is that Oakland Alameda Coliseum? Is that where we're playing? I think so. All right, Tony Armas, he grounded out. I got a 6. That's a tough 27. And against the lefty, he struck him out. So Tudor with another one. Another strikeout. That is that. Nothing for those guys. And now we go to the 5th inning. Oh, this guy's got a pretty good fatigue, so I'm not too worried about him. So it's going to be Glenn Hoffman who flied out. We have a 10. This is a tough 62 against the righty. Oh, just misses a hit, and that's going to go into right field, and coming in and making the catch on the fly is Tony Armas. Yep, so Hoffman flies into right field, almost dipped in for a base hit, but it's not, and he is out. Top of the order, Burleson, the Rooster. My dog just made a weird noise. It's going to be a 4-11. In play, 11 against the righty, and that's going to be a single. So Burleson with another hit, and he is on. And that's hit 5 for the Sox. And it's going to be Stapleton now. And we got, what do we got here now? 7. In play, 3. Ooh. In play 3, and that's a double by Stapleton. Okay, so Stapleton with a double. And let's check this out. So, let's go back to my hits. Base running rules. All righty. And so that's a 7, so it's in play. So, use the basic runnings described above. In play section, I can draw the fast action card to see what happens. So, that's what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to use the fast action card on the in play. Now, there's no outs, right? Because Burleson's... Oh, wait, I screwed this up. There's 1 out. So, Burleson is here. So, let's get rid of those. So, there's 1 away. We had a single and a double, so now Burleson's a 7. But I said that on the in play, I'm going to flip this to see what the double is. And the double is looping liner into right field. Runners advance 2 bases. All right, so Burleson does indeed stop at third base. Okay. So that's how we're going to do that, right? So Burleson goes to third. Stapleton's at second. I think that's another hit. Again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits for the Sox. Still only 1 run, though, for all that. So we have 1 away, and it's going to be Freddie Lynn, who's due. Freddie Lynn is due. So we have second and third with 1 away. So do I walk him and play for the double play and pitch to Perez? I think I will. I'm going to intentionally walk him. And the bases are loaded. I don't know why. I'm just going to go for the double play here. Okay? Okay. All right, DJ says I got the infield in play right. He's been misplaying. Okay, well, again, there's different, the old rules and the new rules. I'm not saying they're different, but they say it a different way. So maybe that's what it is. All right, so Freddie Lynn is walked. So I get the bases loaded, 1 away to Perez. I'm playing for the double play. All right, so the infield is back. And let's see if we can get this done. As Michael stops by, as I'm back to some payoff pitch. I'm not giving up in this game. I want to see if I can get this to go. All righty, so this is going to be 5. It's in play 47. So an in play 47 against a righty, and that's going to be a single. All righty, so Perez singles, so that's going to get us another hit, and it's going to get us at least 1 run because Burleson comes in to score. Stapleton to third, Lynn to second, Perez here. Now, so that's an in play, 1 away. Let's go to my base running here. So if it's an in play single with less than 2 out, I go to the fast action card. That's how I'm playing this. So an in play single, sharp liner to center, runner on first advances 1 base, runner on second advances 1 base, but the question mark means I think he can try for it. So Stapleton is a 7, right? 7, and it's in the center field. So if I'm looking at this, the center fielder arm is 7. Stapleton's running is a 7. So I would roll the 2D. If it's equal to or less, he's safe. So basically, 2 to 7, and he's safe. So let's send him. All right, we're going to send him. So Stapleton coming around third is a 7. The center fielder, Murphy, is a 7. So 2 to 7 safe, 8 to 12 out. Here's the play at the plate, and in 8 he's out. They get him by an eyelash. So he is out coming home on the play. And I think when that happens, yeah, and they will go, everyone else advances a base. All righty, so he's out at the plate. So Stapleton is thrown out. They do get the 1 run, though. But Stapleton's thrown out on the single, so there's 2 away, and it's second and third right now because Lynn goes to third and Perez goes to second on the throw, is what it says. On out, runners out, other runners advance 1 base. So that's kind of how I'm doing that. Even though I think sometimes the batter doesn't get to second base, I think, but that's how I'm going to play it. All right, so Jim Rice comes up, second and third with 2 away this time. They do get the run in, and Rice now, a 5, is in play with a 6. And this is a double by Rice. So Rice doubles, and everyone scores. So 2 more runs, another hit, and oh boy. And so now the A's are in some trouble. So it's going to be Yastrzemski coming up to the plate. And Langford is not doing too well. He's given up 8 hits and 4 runs here. And we still got another out to go here in the 5th. So we have a 7. In play 34. And Yaz, though, cannot connect. And he pops this up to the first baseman, and they get out of the inning. However, they do get some runs here. They get 3. And the Red Sox lead here 4-0, right? So they get 3. 1, 2, 3. As ID stops by, how does the game go? It's getting better. It's getting better. I actually figured out that after going back and watching some videos that I was getting confused because I had old charts and new charts. And so I put away the old charts, and I'm just strictly using the new charts and using the fast action cards just for a few things. So I'm kind of finding my own way, if you will, as far as what I'm using and what I'm not using, because I was really getting confused. I'm not going to lie. I was really confused reading the old charts and the new charts and the fast action cards. I was just so mixed up. So now I'm not as mixed up anymore because I'm kind of coming down with a certain way to play this. Alrighty, so now let's go to the bottom of the 5th. John Tudor still on the mound, throwing a 1-hitter right now. And it's going to be Jeff Newman, Alfred E. Newman. So we have a 9. That's going to be a tough 74. Ooh, just missed a hit as it goes into center field, and charging in on the play is Freddie Lynn. He makes a shoestring catch, and there's 1 away. Mike Heathbar coming up. And you can see that, right? Mike Heath. And we got a 3. That's Patient 93. And that's going to be a fly ball into left field. And over there is Yastrzemski, and he makes the catch. Alrighty. So it is 2 away. Nothing going on here in the Oakland 5th right now. And Dave McKay. He's not the coach of the Buccaneers. I don't even know if he's related. So we have a 7. That's going to be a Patient 60. And, almost hit by the pitch, but he's not. And the 60 is a fly ball into right field. So all the fielders, center, left, and right, all come into play. And down go the A's. So they got absolutely nothing going on here. So Langford comes back out here as the A's get absolutely nothing. And we go to the 6th. Sox still up 4-0. So Langford now will be pitching to Carlton Fisk. Yep, right here, Carlton Fisk. And we got an 11. That's the wheelhouse, but it's a 92. That would have been a single against a lefty. But a 92 is going to be a deep fly ball into left field. But making the catch at the warning track is Ricky Henderson. Seems like I'm doing quick and fast with the results. That is good. It seems like I'm getting things down a little bit, yeah. I don't like to use the fast action cards. It was confusing me. So I'm using a lot of the charts. So I have all these charts here, like the basic base running and a whole bit. This is what's really kind of getting me through. I read all these again, and there's basic and advanced and alternate ways to do things. So I'm just trying to find something that works for me and try to be consistent with it. It's just kind of how it's working out for me. But so far it's been okay. Dewey Evans, he's 0 for 2. And so we have a 10. That's a tough 77. And, he fights this off and gets a single. So Evans drives that one up the middle, fights off a tough pitch, and the Sox have a runner on and another hit. All right. So on the top of the 6th, now they lead 4-0, and that's the 9th hit of the game. And it's going to be Glenn Hoffman. That's going to be in play 3. And that's going to be a double. So, how I play this on the in-play double, so he gets a double. Evans goes to 3rd, but on the in-play, the patient in the in-play, that's when I use the fast action cut. So on a double, deep drive into center field. One hops the wall. Runners advance 2 bases. So he has to stop at third. So we have second and third to Burleson. Don't forget the wild pitcher ratings to the pitcher when you have a man on base. Yeah, I never remember that ever. And I think it was demos. I was watching his video, and he says, yeah, he doesn't ever do that either. So if I can remember, I try, but yeah, he's got a 30 to 31 wild pitch. I'll have to keep that in mind. Now watch, that'll come up right now, right? So Rick Burleson. And a 10, that's going to be a tough 46. And against the right-handed pitcher, tough 46 is a G3. All righty. So we have second and third. I didn't say the infield was in, so I'm going to say they're not in. So on a G3, all other situations, batter out at first, runner on third scores. When it's hit to second or short and has the attempt to score, reduce the rating by 1 and go to the play at the plate. So I'm going to say that on this one here, the 46, a G hit down to first base. Hang on a sec. The batter's out of first. Has a batter's out at first. If it hits to the pitcher, he looks back. All of a sudden, batter out at first, and the runner on third scores when the ball is hit to second or short, and has the choice to attempt to score when it's hit to third or first. Okay, reducing. Okay, here it is. Here it is right now. So I have the choice here if it's hit to first base, and so I'm going to say, if there's one away, I'm going to have the runners hold. So it's hit to first base. I'm going to say, well, who's at Evans? Evans is a 7. So just to play this through, if I try to score, I reduce my run and go to the play at the plate, which would be here. So just so I know what's going on here, if I tried to score, play at home. Infield play at home chart. It's only used when the instructions say use infield in play at home chart. Okay, so the batter is safe at first. Other runners advance. Compare 2d6 total to the runner's run rating. If it's greater, the out, he's out. Less than, the runner is safe at home. If it equals, then we have to do this this other roll. All right, let's send him then. So he's a 6. So 2 to 6, and he'd be safe. Why not? We got a 4-0 lead. We can risk it. All right, so Burleson's gonna probably hit into, so he might be safe. So Burleson might be safe here on the fielder's choice. Let's see if Evans scores. So there's one away. Burleson hits it to first base, and according to this right here, he would go to third. So Hoffman would go to third. Evans is trying to score. Let me see. So compare the 2d6 to the run rating. If it's 2d6 is greater than the run rating, the runner's out. If it's less than, the runner is safe. If it's equal to, then we got a split roll. Okay, so he's a 7. All right, so as far as I can tell, that's what's going on here. So all of the situations, and has a choice to attempt and reduce it by 1 and then go. Okay, so we do have to reduce it by 1 and go to the play at home. So we got a 6 right now. So if it's 1 to 5, he's safe. If it equals the run rating, he's safe, and then I got to do another roll. All right, so here we go. I'm going to play at the plate. So it's a 7, so he's out at the plate because I needed to be 5. So he is out at the plate. All right, so Burleson goes to first. Evans is out at the plate and is 2 away. I wanted to try it. Why not? I got a 4-0 lead. We'll give it a try. All right, so now Dave Stapleton comes up. And we have an in-play 71, and that'll be a G4. And that'll be that. So let me get that out of the way and that out of the way. That's a G4, and he is out. So that gets out of the side. So they get one more hit. They didn't get a run across, though. They almost did, but they'll get nothing. And so the play at the plate works out for the A's, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. And it's still 4-0 Red Sox. So I don't like to give up runs. I want to gun them down. I want to get them out. I want to get them out at the plate. That's just what I do. Okay. So now we have Mario Guerrero coming up here. Now he can go 7, so I'm okay for this inning. But next inning I got to start worrying about Tudor. But I think if he gives up less than 3 runs, he can continue on here. So Guerrero is 0 for 1. He's only batted 1 time tonight. Oh, boy. And here we go. So that's going to be a 355. Three is going to be patient, and a 55 is a single, right? Because he's a lefty. So it's going to be a single because he likes to mingle. All right, so Guerrero's on. It's only the 2nd hit of the night for the A's. And we continue on. Jeff Cox. And is this guy going to go? Probably not. We're probably not going to be stealing right now. No, he's a D-stealer. I'm not going to steal. I still got to figure out the stealing part of it and jumps and all that stuff. I haven't got that down. There's a few different ways to steal. Oh, boy, this is going to be good. This is a patient 1. And a patient 1 is a walk. So now things are getting interesting here. So there's 2 on and absolutely nobody out to Ricky Henderson. So the A's are making some noise here in the bottom of the 6th. All right. And we got a 4. Oh, boy, that's in play 33. And that's going to be a single by Henderson. So Henderson will single. And off an in play, we said we'll flip a fast action card for the in play, right? Where's my base running chart? That's the thing, is I still need my charts here. Okay, I'm getting better. In play, we flip a card. And the card says, blooped in the right field, everybody goes 1 base. Alrighty, so we have the bases loaded. The tying runs at the plate. Holy smoke, this game just took a huge change. So Dwayne Murphy, the center fielder, comes up, and he's the tying run. All right. So Tudor facing Murphy with absolutely nobody out. So we have a in-play 96. So that's a fly ball. Now let's check my fly ball because this could be something here. So that's a fly ball into right field. So Murphy hits this deep in the right field. Now, wheelhouse of patient, blah, blah, blah. The runner on third scores. If the runner on second, blah, blah, blah. All other pitcher results, the runner on third base scores if his run rating is 7 or higher. So, Guerrero is not 7 or higher. Has the choice to run if it's 6 or less. So 6, so let's see. So if he wants to try to score, right? If he wants to try to score, I got a 6, and right field, Evans is a 7. So I would roll and compare to the run and the on rating. If it's equal to or less than both, the runner is safe. If it's greater than both, he's out. and then if it's not, if it's greater than, it couldn't be actually, right? Oh, it is. If it's greater than 1, equal or less than the other one, we got to roll the percentile die. So, you know something? Oh boy. So I would have to roll a 6, right? Equal to or less than both. And he's a 6. So I'd have to roll 6 or less, and he would tag. If I roll a 7, he's got a chance at scoring. In 8, he's out. So do I hold him here? Yeah. I'm debating on that right here because I got the bases loaded and there's only one out. So if that's kind of a shallow fly ball, and he's only a 6 runner, I'm debating on what to do here. I would hate to throw him out at the plate. I think I'm going to hold him. All right, I'm going to have Mario Guerrero hold on the shallow fly ball because he does not want to test Dwight Evans' arm. So we're just going to call it 1 away. That's how I'm going to play that. We have the bases loaded, and I'm going to play for something a little bit better. All right, that's how I'm going to have to do it because I'm not confident in rolling a 6 because I already got out at the plate. All right, so Essien comes up, the catcher. So we have 1 away, bases loaded. That's how we're going to do that. 1 away, bases loaded. And so we have an 11. That's a ballpark check, and it's a 29 against the righty. Ballpark 29. That's a wheelhouse. Oh, boy. So we're going to be in the wheelhouse for Essien. And a 23 against the lefty, and that is gone. A grand slam has tied the game. Ballpark check, right-handed batter, wheelhouse, 23, gone. And everybody scores, and this is Red Sox baseball. Oh, I forgot to add the hits. That gives them 5 hits now, and that's 4 runs, and we are tied, folks. We are tied at 4-4, right? So that's 1 hit, 2, 3, 4 hits. So that's 4 hits they got. Sorry. Wow, the grand slam. I don't know if I've ever had a grand salami here on the channel, but we got one just now, folks. Woo-hoo-hoo. And it's a game. Right? So let's see. So we got a double. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5. We do have 5 hits. That's a base on ball. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. Jim Essien with the home run off the wheelhouse. It is gone, and it's 4-4. Wow. Craziness. It's absolute craziness. All righty. So now Tony Armas comes up. He struck out his last time up. And we got sorry about that, light again. I don't know what it's either the dice or the cards are going to get the shadow. So we have a 9. That's a tough 50. Armas against the lefty and struck him out. So Armas second time striking out here. So that's 2 away, but the damage is done, and they're still not done. Jeff Alfred E. Newman comes up. And we have a 5. That's an in-play 29. And against the lefty, that'll be a pop-out to the first baseman, to Tony Perez. But a grand slam by Jim Essien. And yes, it is 4-4. So Langford gets bailed out here. So we're going to go now to the, so they get 4 runs, so we're tied. So we're going to go now here to Freddie Lynn. It's going to lead things off in the 7th. Wow, what a disastrous inning. What a disastrous inning. Freddie Lynn, that's going to be a tough 22. And, he's going to fight off a pitch, and he's going to get a double. So Freddie Lynn leads off the 7th with a double, so the Sox trying to respond. Now, Tony Perez. Oh, he's a terrible bunter, so I'm not going to have him bunt. So we got a man on second, and it's Perez. And we have a 5 in play, 78. And that's going to be a fly ball into center field. So on the fly ball into center field, off the in play. Okay, wheelhouse and patient is something different. And what's Freddie Lynn's run rating? He's a 7. Run on second base with a run rating of 7 or higher advances to third on F8s and F9 results. Okay. All other pitcher results, the runner on third base scores if it's runner 7 or higher. A runner on second base, so if this is correct, right? So it's not wheelhouse or patient. So on an F8 result, the runner on second base advances to third. That's on wheelhouse and patient. All other pitch results, a runner on second base with a run rating of 7 or higher advances to third on F8s and F9s. So if I'm reading this correctly, second base, he's got a rating of 7. He's going to go to third base on that. So he's going to tag up. Okay. So he's going to tag up. So Lynn will tag up and go to third, if I'm reading that correctly. Yeah, we come back with a double now. So now Jim Rice is up. A chance to put the Sox back up. Another hit in the outfield, and he might get that to go. So here we go. A 7. In play, 30. Oh, just missed a single, and he popped it up. Oh, so close. Oh, man, he just missed it. He popped it up to second base. So it's going to be up to Yastrzemski to get the run home. Now we need a hit to get Freddie Lynn home. Here we go. In play, 35. Yastrzemski. Oh, he misses it too. And he's going to pop it up to third base. So Yastrzemski 0 for 4 tonight. They leave the go-ahead run on second base. Oh, they do get another hit, so that gives them 10 hits. They get nothing in the 7th. Oh, 30 wild pitch. Oh, yeah, I missed it. No, it's too late now. I told you I never remember that. There is so much to remember in this game. Yeah, I did roll a 30, didn't I? Well, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna just kind of say that I missed it. You know, I just I forget. That's the one thing I never remember. I just don't remember. So okay, so I screwed the Red Sox probably. That's all right. At least I screwed the Red Sox, and it wasn't the Red Sox screwing somebody. So that's all right. I missed it. I'm gonna have that be my optional rule. Alrighty, so we're in the oh boy, so we're in the 7th. So Tudor is actually now fatigued. And just out of curiosity, I want to play a fatigued pitcher so I can practice. Okay? So I'm using the fatigued pitcher here. Okay? So let's see. I'm going to just have him face one batter. So I'm going to have him face the DH as a fatigued pitcher because he's given up 3 runs, and he can only go in this. If he gives up 3 runs in the 7th, he's tired. I think that's how that goes. Okay, so we're in the bottom of the 7th. We're gonna have him face one batter. A 7 is patient. So if it's patient, I roll the percentage die, and a 70 is a single, right? Because 7 is patient. And a 70 is a single, so we need to get him out of there. So that's going to be a single for Heath. And we're going to get Tudor out of there because fatigued in this game is terrible. It really is. So Tudor's going to come out. And who are we going to bring in for the Red Sox? Let's go Remmerswall. All right, we're going to bring in Remmerswall. I don't know why, but we're going to bring in long reliever Remmerswall. Alrighty, so, and he's a righty, so Remmerswall comes in. I don't know who he is, but he's going to be pitching for us right now. So I don't have to worry about this chart anymore. It's brutal. Oh my gosh, that's a brutal chart. Okay. Yeah, it's just something that you just don't think about, you know. Like, there's so many other things I'm thinking about right now as far as base running and tagging up and the whole bit that I completely forgot. So probably cost the Red Sox a win. But that's why we're practicing right now. That's why we're practicing. Okay, so Win Remmerswall is going to be pitching for the Sox here as he comes in the bottom of the seventh with one on, and he's going to face McKay. And a 7 is in play, 69, giggity. And 69 is a G4. So let's check the G4. So the man on first, we need to roll for the double play. And it's going to be a 6. All right? Equal or less than 6, it's a double play. No, it's an 11, and the only play is the first. So on the 69, it's a G4, so he's going to ground out, but getting down to second base is Heath, because on 11 or 12, the only play is the first. Okay. Mario Guerrero, he's got a single. He started that whole mess back last inning. We have an 8. That's in play, and that's a 19. And against the righty, that's going to be a single. So here's the single. Heath goes to third. Now, that was in play. Let me check my basic running here. On an in play, we flip the fast action card on a single. All right, so on a single, we had a man at second. He's at third and one base. Blooped in the right field, so one base. All right, so we have first and third with one away. And Jeff Cox comes up. Win it for win, yeah. Well, let's see if he can get it done. You know, no pressure on the pitcher named Win. Jeff Cox. So we have a 7 in play, 86, and that's okay. That's a ground ball to short. So it's first and third. If they don't turn the double play, this guy's going to score. So ground ball to Burleson. A double play. Is 5. He's a fast runner. So it's a 5, and it's a 7. So they get the runner at second base, but the run comes in, so it's a fielder's choice. He's out going to second base, and so it's a run. So they get a run here. So it's now 5-4. Let me check my hits again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 hits now. I always forget to do that. I got to go back to Digital Diamond because it does all the hits automatically. So Jeff Cox hits it down to shortstop. They try to turn the 2, but they can't get him, and the run scores. And so the Oakland A's have come back with 5 straight runs. And it's the top of the order, Ricky Henderson. We have an 8. That's in play, 96, and that'll be a fly ball to left field. But the damage is done. They get the run across. And it's 5-4 A's now, as things are getting crazy. Langford will stay on the mound. We'll let him pitch a little bit more. All right, even though he could be fatigued in the ninth, we're going to let him pitch. Carlton Fisk coming up. Carlton Fisk, an 8. That's a patient 93, and that'll be a fly ball in the left field, one away. Dewey Evans, 5. That's in play, 84. Ground ball down the short. And now Glenn Hoffman, the third baseman, with 2 away. We have a 6. In play, 17. And against the righty, and that's a single. So Hoffman gets on with a single. And Burleson comes up. So 2 outs and a man on first. 5. In play, 6. And, oh, boy, that's going to be it's a triple. It's a triple, and the game is tied. Rick Burleson on a 5. In play, 6 is a triple, and Burleson has tied the game. So, had 2 more hits for the Sox. Add 1 here in the 8th. and Burleson has tripled in the tying run. We're tied at 5. This is nuts. This is nuts. How about that? How about that? How about that? So the runner on third, Dave Stapleton, with a chance to put the Sox on top again. So we have, it's not going to be good, though. A 6 in play, 83. And he flies that to center field. But they get the 1. They get 1. And after hit number 12, it's now 5-5. So let's go here to the bottom of the 8th. Win Remersall back out here on the mound for the Sox, trying to keep things going here. As long as this game doesn't go 13 innings. All right. Here we go, folks. Bottom of the 8th. This has been a fun one. Win Remersall to Dwayne Murphy. And a 7 in play. 67 is a ground ball down the short. And is 1 away. Jim Essian, who's responsible for 4 of the runs on the Grand Slam, is up at the plate. And we have a 5. That's a tough 98. And that will be a fly ball into left field to Yastrzemski. And now there's 2 away. Did I plan this? No, this has been a fun one, though. This has been really fun. Back and forth we go. I'm just trying to get this game to smooth out for me. I'm enjoying it, but there's so many different ways of looking at things. You know, the fast action cards, the basic chart, the old charts. So I'm really trying to just find a groove and stick with it and be consistent with it, because I was all over the place the last few times I played. So as you can see tonight, it's going so much smoother. It's been so much fun. So now we have a 5, a tough 77. And Tony Armas will fight this off, and he'll get a single. So, all right, so the go-ahead runs on here as Armas manages to pinch one out here. And that's hit number 7. So we're in the bottom of the 8th, 5-5, and Jeff Newman comes up. He's 0 for ever. And we have a 7. Oh, boy, that's an in-play 37. And no, it's going to be a line drive right at the second baseman. And Dave Stapleton makes the catch. And that'll do it here in the 8th. So we're going to go to the 9th. Here in Oakland. So we got a 1-0 here, right? So let's go to the 9th. Remersall comes in. So this is his last inning here. So Langford's on the mound. So he's in the 9th. And he's fatigued. So Langford is fatigued because he's in the 9th and he's given up more than 3 runs. I think that's how that goes. I think is it 3 runs or 4 runs? I want to say it was pitcher stamina. Yep. And the other thing, once you've allowed 3 or more runs, you're considered fatigued. That's kind of harsh, but okay. So he's fatigued, so we're going to take him out. And let's go to my bullpen over here. And let's find someone here. Jeff Jones. He's got short fatigue, so he can go a couple of innings. So Jeff Jones will come in here in the 9th. And he's a righty. So Jeff Jones will come in, and he'll be facing Freddie Lynn to lead things off. And Jeff Jones, boy, he looks pretty good there. He's going to be tough to beat here. A 7. A patient 95. And, yep, that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. 1 away, as coming in to make the catch is Tony Armas. Tony Perez is the DH. He's got a couple of hits tonight. So we have an 11. So that'd be in play 72. Boy, not working out well here. That's a ground ball down a second. So, could be a 1-2-3 inning. Could be looking at extra innings. I was telling Juckett today, every other game is extra innings. I just can't get a game to end in 9 innings. It's always going extras. All right, Jim Rice. We got a 6. That's a tough 59. And, he's going to single here. A tough 59, and Rice with a single, so the go-ahead runner's on. Oh, yeah, I hope you play tonight. I'll watch. Yeah, I'll watch you play some tonight. See if I'm doing everything correct. But, yeah, this is such a fun game. What season are you going to play? What are you going to play? Let us know what you're going to play, and we'll tune in later. All right, so we got Yastrzemski 0 for 4 with a go-ahead run at first base. Kyle Yastrzemski against Jeff Jones. A 3. That's going to be a defensive check. So on the defense, it's hit in the right field, and it's the range. So the right fielder is Armas. His range is A. So it's A 43, and that is an out. So it's hit into, what I say, right field? Yeah. Armas makes the catch going away, and that ends the inning. This is a super fun game. It really is. All right, now, I think he's got to come out. So I think Ramaswal's got to come out because he's already pitched his 3 innings. He's going to be fatigued. So let's go with Bill Campbell. We're going to have Bill Campbell come in and pitch here in the 9th. So Campbell comes in as a righty. All right, so he's facing Mike Heath. So here we are in the 9th. Oh, and that was another hit, so I think they got 13 hits now. So we're in the 9th. And Mike Heath comes up. Here we go. And he's going to play the 2018 Atlanta Braves in Payoff Pitch tonight. Cool. Well, hopefully this will end soon so you can get on and I can go. I made a coffee. It's still sitting upstairs. Now I got to put it in the microwave. And 8 is a patient 92, and that's a ground ball down the short. 1 away. And I think we're looking at extras tonight. We might have to put the ghost runner on just to get this game over with. This is supposed to be practice, and this practice is taking forever. In play, 98, and that's going to be a fly ball in the left field to Yastrzemski. So, yeah, we're 1 out away from bonus time. Chuck it, I hate you. Guerrero, 10, a tough 51, and that's going to be a ground ball down to third base. So, yep, we go to some more bonus time here. So here we go. So Jeff Jones back on the mound, and he's going to face Yastrzemski here in extra innings. Fisk, rather. Fisk is up. A 9, a tough 27, and he struck him out. 1 away. Dwight Evans. And that's going to be a 3. That's going to be a defensive check. So it's going to be defense, shortstop error. So this is hit down to shortstop to Guerrero, error 3. So we got a 371, and that's going to be an out. So it's hit down the shortstop, and just for grins, the out is a ground ball. So it's going to be a G6. And that wild pitch, don't remind me. Don't remind me about that wild pitch. I know, huh? I know. And I still have, since then, I still forget to check it. I just do. That's why we need a computer game that'll point out the wild pitches for us. So we have a 5. That's going to be a tough 6, and that's a strikeout. So that's it. Hoffman goes down. So that is that. So we go to the bottom of the 10th. And we're in extra innings, folks. Next inning, the ghost runner, because I don't want to be here all night. And again, this is not a project. This is just fun. So a 494. Well, it's in play, but that's going to be a fly ball to left field for Cox. Ricky Henderson's got a couple of hits tonight against Billy Campbell. A defensive check. So, hit down the shortstop, the range. So, Burleson's range is a C. A C56 is an out. All right, so we'll just call that a ground ball to save time. G6. Henderson's out. 1-2. Here we go. Here we go. And we have a 6 in play, 62. And that's going to be a fly ball. And so now we keep on going, folks. We continue into the 11th. Yay. All right, so Jones, I think, has to come out now because he had short rest. So Jones has got to come out. So we got to bring in somebody else. Mark Souza is coming in. Never heard of him, but he's coming in. And he's a lefty. So Souza comes in, and he's going to face Burleson here in the 11th. And we are going to put a man on second, all righty, just because I want to get this game over with. So we're going to put the last runner, Hoffman, on second base, and he's my ghost runner. All righty. So we have a 7. That's in play 15. And in play 15 against a lefty, and that's going to be a single. So Burleson with a single on an in play, and a single. Runner on second scores. As it's hit in the left field. All right, so the ghost runner scores, and Burleson goes to first base. All righty, so we got a run, and we got a hit. Okay, and that's how we're going to do it, so we can get this game over with. It should be sudden death, right? Stapleton, 8 is a tough 92. Uh-oh, ground ball to short. All right, ground ball to short, and a 5 is a double play. So it's going to be a double play, so he's out. So 2 away, and Freddie Lynn comes up. I'm getting pretty good at that double play, that's for sure. Free baseball, yeah, free baseball. A 5. That's a patient 70, and against a lefty, or against a righty, that would have been a hit, but against a lefty, that's going to be a ground ball down the short. So that ends that inning, but the Sox do get 1, so we go to the bottom of the 11th. Campbell trying to lock it down here for the Sox. All righty, and it's going to be Jim Essien, who has the grand slam tonight, who will lead things off. And again, the runner on second. And we have a 6 in play 33. Ooh. And he pops it up. So pops it up to first base. There's 1 away. Tony Armas. And it's going to be a tough 36. Struck him out, 2 away. And Jeff Newman needs to be the guy to save the day here in the bottom of the 11th. Jeff Newman. It's a patient 70. And he pops this up into center field. And Freddie Lynn comes in to make the catch. Whew, and that is our final. All righty. Well, that was interesting. So our final score, Red Sox 6 and the A's 5 in extra innings on a single by Rick Burleson with the ghost runner, just so we can get it over with. That was fun. That really was fun. So let's go to my Studio B here. And, DJ says, Sideline Strategy is doing a Black Friday sale, 10% off printed, 30% off PDF. Yeah, I'm probably going to get a couple of more sets. I have 80, and as you can see, and then 85. I printed the whole 79, and I have some other PDFs like 86 and 77, but I think if they have the 10% off, I think I'm going to get a couple of printed seasons. Because I am having fun. As you can tell, that the frustration is like way. I just rolled 34 and 36 in a while. I got to do that. You know, I need to make a note like right here and put like a 30 right here, you know, so I don't screw that up. I just always forget that, you know. Lois Lower Board Gamer, thanks for coming by. I've been watching a ton of your stuff too. You know, the Payoff Pitch stuff. I've been watching a ton of videos and watching a lot of yours actually to try to learn this game and smooth it out. And the key is I was using the old charts and the new charts and the fast action cards, and that didn't work. You need to pick one way of doing it. So I know exactly now what I'm using the fast action cards for. I know exactly what I'm using the new charts for. And the only old chart I'm using is this one right here for the stolen base, so I can get the rating. That's the only thing I'm using the old chart for. I'm getting better with the double play. That's not a big deal anymore. So that's out of the way. The ground balls, I still need to kind of go back to the chart on as far as, coming to the plate and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just a matter of reading the rules. It's taking this and reading the whole paragraph to see what happens when the ball is hit the first base with a man on third. That's what it really needs to do. I suppose it would help too if you just said, look, if it's hit to the infield, I'm not going to try to score. So that way there you wouldn't do it. But anyway, what a blast this was. And ID says he's ordering 3 more sets. You know what I'm going to get, ID? What's that one? The 1889. It's not the Spiders. It's not 1889, but 1889. It's like, was it $15 or something like that? I have to get that. So I'm definitely going to get that one. Probably, I don't know if I'm going to order my 86 again so I can play Clemens, or if I want to get 78 or 77, one of the two. I like to play 78 for some reason, so I'll probably get that. So I'll probably get a couple as well as the old one, And repetition is the key to insanity. Yeah, but it also smooths things out, And the card quality is the best. It really is. I like the colors too. Like this right here. I love this. I love even the ballpark cards, how colorful they are, So but yeah, it's just it's kind of like when I played APA hockey. I really needed to get into a flow. The penalties are driving me nuts. The assists are driving me nuts. So once I come up with a way of doing assists and penalties in APA hockey, it flew, and it's my own way, and it's fun, and I don't think it affects the game. So that's what I got to do here is, what am I going to do on ground balls and flyouts? Where am I going to check? Am I going to check the old chart, the new chart, or the fast action card? And I think I got a nice little system down here tonight that really made it work, and I had an absolute blast. Tonight. Fun game, the grand slam, the whole bit, the comeback in extra innings. So, yeah. DJ says he has the 1899 PDF and loves the gunslinger slinging fast balls. Yeah. Yep. And RJL, it's not hard to grasp, but there's just a lot to it. And it's just, you just need to keep playing it more and more to a point where, when you get a hit, the thing is, though, it's it's what screws me up is that if it's off the wheelhouse, it changes some things, as far as, base running. And if it's off the tough, then it does something different. So that's where it's kind of hard, where it's not like Apple, where you look at the chart and you're done, or Strat, and it says, here's what happens. It's like, you got to see, okay, what happened off the pitcher card? Did it come off the ballpark, the defense, or the in-play? And that's the confusing part for me, because all those things, they go down different kind of, different rabbit holes. So depending on what you're reading off the pitcher's card, that's going to dictate a lot as far as what happens to the runners. So that's what I'm still trying to wrap my head around. I guess, like I say, I could just go simple and just flip the fast action card and say whatever it is, it is. But I do like the idea of the better runners getting different bases, and I think I get more offense this way. I think so. That's kind of how I'm doing it here, and. Yeah, so that's that. So, again, another fun game at Payoff Pitch. I think it's getting a little bit better. I'll probably play another game offline. I think ID said he was going to play something tonight, so maybe I'll watch him while I play another practice game offline here and try to continue on. But anyway, hey, I'm Dave. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And hopefully we'll catch you on later on this week. New Digital to Dice drop today, episode 203. We talked about the future of gaming, and we'll talk a lot about what Strat's gonna tell us tomorrow at noontime. Less than 24 hours away, they're going to talk about their big reveal. So it's baseball for sure. I think it's mobile for sure. So we'll see what they got to say, and hopefully it'll be something fun that we all can enjoy. But we talked about that today, as well as what the future of the hobby is, and so we encourage you to all give us your comments on that as well. So thanks for tuning in, everyone, and we'll talk to everybody later. And lastly, Low Slow Board Gamer says, I love Strat. I like Payoff Pitch. I think Inside Pitch is probably the best of the three. Yep, that's a good one. I've played that a little bit. That's a real baseball sim. That's a real hardcore guy. I'm not a hardcore baseball guy. So this is about as deep as I'm going to go right now. I need to get back to my season ticket, too. I think I might print out some season ticket stuff and get back to that. But anyway, I'm Dave from Studio B, and we'll talk to everybody later. Thanks for tuning in here as I practice some more Payoff Pitch.